Random Michelle. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve.
Hi.
Hello, Dean and Jen. Jamie coming in. Hi, Crystal. We're letting everybody in. Hi, Sharon. It's 2:00 Eastern time here in the Pittsburgh area. So, hi, Tina. So we're letting everybody in for our New Year's Eve party. We dressed up and showed out. We got our crowns out and everything. So if you want to celebrate with us, please do. Otherwise, just enjoy. We also have a green screen with some fireworks. So pretend it's midnight and we're celebrating. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ginny. Hi, Darlene. We're letting everybody in to our webinar. So for our folks joining us on Zoom Live, hello to you and happy last day of 2025. And to our folks joining us on TikTok, hi to you too, seeing us behind the scenes. Listen, TikTok friends, we're doing a surprise giveaway today. Right, Emily? Surprise.
Yes, surprise.
Surprise giveaway. So stick around. You've got to be on Zoom. So TikTok folks, go to the Zoom page. You can see the link on our page. Hop on over to Zoom. For our Zoom people, thank you, Charlene. If you like how do you all like my dress, by the way?
Oh,
Can we have a moment for the dress? $5 thrift shop fine, but I wanted to be sparkly for you all as we're letting the year come to an end. So for our folks on Zoom, stick around. We're going to take down all of your names, but you got to be here to the end of our session of Life Amplified to be entered into our drawing. So Lucho, who's behind the screen, is going to write down all your names. You don't have to put your email addresses in this time. And we will draw a winner for a surprise last-minute drawing of 2025. I'm Jennifer Payne. I'm the executive director for Amputee Aid. We are a Pittsburgh-based nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit. Thank you very much. But we serve folks in the limb loss and limb difference community all over the country. This is Emily. How you doing, Emily?
I'm good.
Emily also showed up and showed out with her sparkly gold shirt on for New Year's Eve. We wanted to be festive for all of you. Emily is our full-time social worker here at Amputee Aid. She helps you with all of your needs. If it's health insurance navigation, finding resources, being someone to talk to, working out your issues with you, Emily's your go-to person. If you work with us now, you know Emily. If you're thinking about working with us or you know someone who should be working with us, you'll be talking with Emily very soon. Hi, everyone. We are so grateful to have you here for another session of Life Amplified. As many of you know, Life Amplified is brought to you by Amputee Aid. It is a weekly get-together, sometimes educational, sometimes informational, always fun, we hope. Last week, we had a mini get-together for Christmas Eve, and we did lots of giveaways, and we wanted to continue the celebration going, so we're going to have another more fun Life Amplified session, although we've got a lot of educational things planned for 2026, right, Emily?
Yes.
And so today, we wanted to celebrate with all of you for some of our time, some of our normal hour, maybe the full hour, maybe less, to talk with you about what our plans are for 2026, celebrate New Year's Eve, and just have a little fun. Thus the New Year's Eve crowns, thus the sparkly dress and the sparkly top. It's just to get you together and laugh a little bit. But more importantly for us is to get your input and ideas for our 2026 schedule. So that's the topic for today. Okay.
Yes.
It is in part to celebrate. So we'd love to know. Oh, thank you, Crystal, if you like my outfit. Thank you very much. Crystal down in Texas. We'd love to get your ideas for what to do in 2026. We'd also love to know what you're doing to celebrate the end of the year. And we're going to give you some highlights or previews about some things we have planned for 2026. Let's start, as we always do, with some reminders. First of all, we'd love to know where you are from. So folks joining us on Zoom and TikTok Live, or if you're watching our YouTube recording later, put in the comments where you're from. Even if we already know you, we'd like you all to know each other, and we'd like to see how far we reach. We serve people all over the country, maybe outside the country if someone connects with us outside the country. If you know someone outside the country, tell them they can work with us, okay? Remember, we are recording live. We will capture your voices. We can see all of your lovely faces on Zoom and all of your icons and comments on TikTok, but we do not capture your video. But we do capture your voice. Hi, Van Gregory. Thank you for joining us. And Bullet Bill as well. So if you're the kind of person who's like, I don't really want my voice on the internet, that's okay. You can still connect with us. Just put your comment in the chat. Emily, Lucho, or I can read your comments. If you don't mind, or if you want to be heard on the internet, you can just unmute at any time. Interrupt us. We're super informal. We don't have a plan or an agenda here, and you can talk with us live. For our folks on TikTok, you can put your comments in, but if you want to be part of the dialogue, we suggest you hop on over to Zoom. Our YouTube folks who watch our recordings on Friday or later, hi to all of you watching our recordings. You can share your comments. We do read them regularly, and if you're looking for help, we can reach out to you. So let's get started. What do you say, Emily?
Let's go.
Okay, so here's our plan for today. We'd love to know from all of you what you're doing to celebrate New Year's Eve. I'll start. Emily can share. If you can put in the comments or if you'd like to come off of mute, we'd love to know that, either what you're doing or similarly, what you're looking forward to in 2026, okay? If you've got a resolution, a trip planned, something you really want to have accomplished, we'd love to see you share it in the chat or come off of mute and tell us live either what you're celebrating for today or what you're looking forward to in 2026. Then we're going to ask you all to give us your insight on things you would like to hear about on Life Amplified for 2026. So all of you attending live, and our YouTube folks will read your comments, you're going to help us plan our schedule for 2026. And that is because, Emily, we have a new theme, right, for Amputee Aid going into 2026, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily's going to talk about our Miracles in Motion campaign and some of the things that we're doing in a little bit. But we wanted to share with all of you what our theme is for 2026. Our theme as an organization is Community Stronger Together. Now, in 2025, we have reached over 5,900 people, 5,909 to be exact, individual people. We have served 74 clients with prosthetic needs, and that's in just 8 months as an organization. We have saved over $148,000 for clients by aggressive insurance advocacy, insurance appeals, and negotiating bills. We have paid out of our own pocket over $40,000 in prosthetics, with our founder almost over $150,000 in prosthetics. Thank you very much to Carl and his company for doing that. We have provided over 2,000 units of client services, and we have had over 237 client community partner meetings in 8 months. So we are a newer organization, but we are very, very, very proud of the impact that we have done. And I want to tell you those numbers because that for us is just the beginning. And the reason it's just the beginning is we don't see the sky as a limit. That is also why we don't have any specific requirements for being a client of Amputee Aid. Your income does not matter to us. Your needs matter to us. And we are very, very blessed to have all of you recurring regular attendees at our webinar sharing your insight and letting us celebrate your journey with you and also learning from you, right? So as I said, Emily, our theme for 2026 is Community Stronger Together. We see ourselves positioned to celebrate and support other nonprofits, okay? We are not in a position of competing. We don't need to compete. There is plenty of need to go around in the community. You all know that watching us live. And we want to bond with all of our different brother and sister nonprofits and all of our folks and really support the community. So if you have your own support group, we want to support you. Let us send you the snacks. Let us use our marketing department for you. If you are an amputee and you're looking to get connected with the support group, connect with us. We'd love to support the other groups that you are part of or help you start your own. But more importantly, for purposes of today's discussion, we would love to know what topics you think are the most important for us to discuss for webinars. We've got some ideas, and we think they're good, but you can only hear from us for so long, all right? We want to have more guest speakers. We want to bring in people who can talk about matters that matter to you, whether it's travel, transportation, phantom limb pain, the newest and greatest nerve surgeries, different types of sockets, how to advocate for the cool Bluetooth-enabled hands. Whatever it is, we want to know what topics you think are the most impactful so that we can bring speakers and materials that are relevant to that and make next year, 2026, all the more impactful and meaningful and educational for you here at Life Amplified, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's start with something fun. And advocacy, Kim. Yes, and I'm going to talk with you about that because I think you could help actually, since you are a writer and you advocate for disability awareness and lots of other things too. But advocacy is a great topic. Emily's going to be our secretary. Yes. She'll write those all down. We're going to write them all down. Okay. Let's start with something a little more fun though. And thank you, Van Gregory, for saying that. Thanks to Jennifer and Carl. And I'll make sure that Carl knows that you thanked him. Let's start with something fun. What are we all doing? for New Year's Eve? Emily, what are your plans for New Year's Eve?
So I'm part of a social club. It's called Club 128, and all the benefits that they raise through food and drinks are given to the volunteer fire department in Crafton.
Cool.
So I'll be going there, hang out. They're going to be having a live DJ and a free buffet.
Nice.
So, free is for me.
Freeze for you, and also awesome that you're going to a group that supports other organizations.
Yes.
We love groups that support nonprofits. Woohoo! Community stronger together. That's our theme.
Yeah, and the fire department in Crafton is completely volunteer, so that's why
Awesome.
So it's people in the community, and then of course they need funding and things like that.
Very good. Very good. Now, so you all start putting down in the chat or raise your hand or come off of mute if you'd like and tell us what you're doing for New Year's Eve. Lucho, do you have any plans for New Year's Eve?
So we will be cooking today. So
Please.
we didn't cook the turkey for Thanksgiving, so we are gonna be cooking the turkey for New Year.
Okay, so Lucho is our person behind the screen, and so turkey for New Year's. I like that. Emily, do you have any special foods that your family ever had for New Year's
You
Eve?
got to have sauerkraut on New Year's Day.
That is a Pittsburgh thing, I think.
I think, or an Italian thing, maybe.
Hands
I
down
don't know.
to the
But
sauerkraut.
Yeah, well, you just put it on a hot dog with lots of ketchup. It's good.
Where are our Chicago people? Are our Chicago people still on here? Jamie's like, is that a Chicago thing too? Do they have sauerkraut on their Chicago hot dogs? If you can't unmute, you can just put it in the chat. No ketchup. No ketchup. Yeah.
Some people put mustard.
Okay.
But another thing for Pittsburgh is New Year's pretzels. It's a big thing to
Yes!
eat a New Year's pretzel.
So as a recent transplant to the Pittsburgh area, I will tell you I was confused by the pretzels and the pretzels with frosting on them.
Yes, it's in.
So if you're not familiar with the Pittsburgh area traditions, having a New Year's pretzel is a thing, and a lot of them have frosting on them.
It's like a dessert pretzel.
It's like a dessert pretzel. Okay. In my family growing up, it was dehydrated fruit. I don't know, like they were like fruit roll-ups. I don't think that's a tradition. It's just what my family did. What I'll be doing for New Year's Eve is sitting on the couch with my dog. That's what I'm doing, okay? Nothing fun. I might still be wearing this dress, though. I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep the dress on for the rest of the day and eat my New Year's pretzel with my dog. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so what else have we got here? Pizza and sauerkraut and pineapple and Canadian bacon. Sharon, okay. Ugh. I mean, good for you. I see that in there. Oh, gosh. And hi, Ingrid, for all of our folks who joined us after we got started, put in the chat where you're from. Relaxing. Yeah, relaxing. I see that comment, too. Just kind of enjoying the last day, maybe with your family. If you've got snowy kind of weather, going outside is probably not a thing. There are lots of different ball drops, right? Like most people are familiar with the New York ball drop. Here in the Pittsburgh area, they have historically dropped a Heinz ketchup bottle because Heinz ketchup is native to Pittsburgh. Anyone else put it in this? It is, yes. Okay. Resting is a good idea. I guess lots of people are resting for New Year's Eve, kind of starting the new year off right, just resting and relaxing and taking care of you. I would love to know if you all have any other interesting ball drops or things dropping that you have seen. Keep it PG, okay? Because this is going on YouTube. Any other kinds of things that you've seen for New Year's Eve?
People bang pots.
People banging pots, yes. Although in Detroit, it was often guns. Okay, Detroit around fun shooting off guns was a thing. I don't know if they do that in Pittsburgh. I guess I'll find out. Yes, okay. Yes.
Unfortunately, but just remember, what goes up will come down.
That is
so
true.
You gotta be safe.
Yes, and for our Texas people, considering I did spend about a year in Texas, I love y'all down in Texas. Also, a gun shooting state there, and there was a lot of that going on. Fireworks out here where we live, Crystal. Yes, fireworks down in the Texas area. Kim, stay home and watch on TV. Eat and crochet. Kim does some beautiful crochet things. I've got tons of ideas for maybe making that a webinar topic, those at-home fun activities. Exercise and eat healthy. That's a tomorrow. Yes. How many, show of hands or heart emojis, how many have made a resolution in their head to be healthier starting tomorrow? Heart emojis.
No, not tomorrow.
Okay, maybe
sometime
next week.
In 26.
Sometime in 2026. It might be December 31st, 2026. I see some hearts going up. Yes. Jamie, Chicago's guns also. National host for Countdown this year. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Does that mean that the Countdown will be on Central Time Zone? Maybe. I don't know. I've been watching on TikTok every hour. So. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have to stay up an extra hour over here in the Eastern Time Zone. Interesting. Crystal, learning to walk is her resolution. Yes. Y'all, if you have not followed Crystal on social media, please do. She started to document her journey. And Van Gregory, who's also with us, had gone and watched some of her journey as well. She's getting her prosthetic leg. We're super excited to see her out there learning to walk again and enjoying that time. So congratulations to you, Crystal. We're so happy for you. Orange ball drop. Dean, yes. Yes, the orange ball drop downtown Miami in a ship anchor in Fort Lauderdale. You know, in New Orleans, where my sister used to live, they had the dropping of the drag queen, which was an interesting thing, and a real person. A drag queen. They would drop a drag queen. I think it's Memphis that does the boot. They drop a boot. Detroit is the dropping of the D. So they have a big sparkly Detroit D that drops from the ground. Yeah, not from the ground, to the ground. Walk better and lose weight. Christy, yes. I think lots of people have that goal of getting healthier.
Yeah.
You know, but healthier could be your mind too, which is one of the things that we have planned in 2026 is a lot of discussions and guest speakers on mental health and self-care. So why don't we switch to that now? Is that okay, Emily? Yeah. Okay. Right. So all of our guests who are watching us live on Zoom and TikTok, YouTube folks watching this recording, as always, hello to you. Email or put in your comments and we'll get them eventually. We would love to know what topics you would like to see us discuss on Life Amplified in 2026. You don't have to have a guest speaker lined up. If you would like a particular surgeon or a particular person, let us know. If there's a topic that you would like to see content around, tell us that too, so that we can bring subjects to you that are meaningful to you. As part of our Community Stronger Together theme for 2026, we are going to rely on and lean in to the community that we serve. For us, our job as non-amputees, Emily and I, is to support all of you. We are not going to tell you what you should do. The words you should never come out of our mouth, right? Right. But we want to make sure that we are listening to you and advocating for you and bringing you content that is meaningful to you. So start thinking about topics that you would like to learn about or have discussed, guest speaker or not, and you can either come off of mute and share them and talk with us about why, or you can start putting them in the chat for us. And I did see Greg. Can we scroll up, Lucho, to those chat comments? Greg looks like he's going on vacation. Did I see that correctly, Greg?
Yeah.
And if you don't know Greg, you've got to reach out to Greg for Dallas Amputee Network. Amazing organization down in the Dallas area. Every fall they do Legapalooza, big fundraiser. And they've got a ton of content and supportive services down in the Dallas area. Greg, headed to Punta Cana tomorrow for a week, then Vegas for the Coalition Conference, then on to Cabo. Holy crap. Are you going to be at home at all in the next month? Good for you.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I have a couple weeks between Vegas and Cabo.
Okay. Just to rest and get relaxed. Well, Greg, I'm also going to the conference. You might see me wearing this dress at a slot machine. Look for the girl in the sparkly dress. I'm taking it.
I'm looking forward to meeting you there,
Thank
Jennifer.
you, Greg. I'm looking forward to meeting you too. Is anyone else, if we can see emojis, hands up, or put in the chat if you are going to the Amputee Coalition Conference in January, I would love to know who's going because we would like to connect with you all and host maybe a breakfast or a happy hour on one of the days that they're not providing it at the conference. Let us buy you a drink and or a breakfast. And I'm going to reach out to all of you who are attending. And, you don't have to stay long, but just sweep by and grab a drink or something to eat as you're going about your conference day. I see Julie's got her hand up. So, hi, Julie. Come off of mute and tell us how you're doing. I love your picture, by the way. Oh, my gosh. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. I was just raising my hand, but I'm going to Vegas.
Yes, Julie's going to the conference in Vegas. So I'm gonna reach out to you so we can maybe connect. Get you something to drink. And although I won't give you money to gamble because if you win, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, if I win, I'm giving all the money to Amputee Aid. Right. If I'm gone, it's because I won $20 million, and you'll know that the first week after the conference if I'm not here. But I probably will be here. Anyone else going? If you put your hands up, or if you're going to the conference.
Jennifer.
Yes. Hi, Greg.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Are you? Is Amputee Aid going to have like a booth in the vendor hall, or are you just
I
going
wish. This year we're just going to mix and mingle and learn. Next year, hopefully, we'll have a booth. We had a pretty limited budget, and we opted to buy a prosthetic for someone instead of spending the money on the booth. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather have a prosthetic for someone than buy a booth. But hopefully next year we will have a booth there so we connect. So I'll be like lurking in the background and trying to mingle with people and learn and absorb as much as I can. Hopefully meeting those of you who are coming. Okay.
Okay.
Crystal, not didn't get a chance to go this year, but maybe next year. Yes, that we're going to put that on your 2026 resolution list. Get you to the conference. Okay, get you signed up so you can go in 2027. So I see some topics rolling in on the chat. Lucho, I want to hear from Cheryl, but let's kind of scroll back a little bit so we can see some of those comments. Cheryl, hi. You can go off of mute if you'd like to share something, or if you're just letting us know you're going to the conference. That's cool too.
Yeah, no, I am going to the conference, but I do actually want to talk to you, but not on here.
Oh, okay. We'll talk to you later then.
But I am going to the conference. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yes. There's so many great speakers who are going to be there. And we'll debrief. For those of you who can't come, we'll be documenting a lot while we're there and sharing some videos and things. We'll be doing Life Amplified live from the conference on the Wednesday of the conference, and we'll bring back lots of resources and share. So if you don't feel like you're missing out, you'll be there in spirit. I might even go live. I don't know if you can go live at the casino. I'm going to try. Hopefully I don't get arrested because we don't have bail money. But that's the other reason. If I'm not here after the conference, is because I got arrested or I won $20 million. And Cheryl, well, yes, I'll send you some info. So hopefully we can connect while we're there, and buy you a breakfast or a drink or whatever you would like. On one of the days that they're not providing it there.
That would be awesome. I would love to connect.
Wonderful. Okay, very good. Darlene, I saw you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Hi, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New
I hope
Year.
This year is a better year for everyone.
Yeah, thank
This
you.
is my first year, so July was my amputation.
Okay.
But I would like to know how I can connect to newer amputees that, that are still going through the process, because I'm 5 months now and, having issues with the nerve pain and everything. So I would like to know how to connect to newer amputees that are experiencing what I'm experiencing.
Okay.
How to do that.
Okay. I think, and Tina will be in Vegas too. Jamie will be in Vegas. Okay. Yes. Sharon's going to Vegas. Lots of y'all going to Vegas. So Darlene, great. So a couple of thoughts I have there. First, great topic for a webinar, which is ways to connect with other folks with limb loss and limb difference at different parts of their journey, newer, middle, later in age. I think that would make a wonderful topic for a webinar. But I can also just kind of answer briefly. Through us, we can connect you with folks who are similarly situated to you. Amputee Coalition has a peer mentor program too that we can connect you with. They're certified trained mediators. And, there's pros and cons to both. Sometimes having a peer with similar experience to you might feel a little more comfortable, but Amputee Coalition's got a ton of certified folks. You can also look into amputee coaches who can help you kind of navigate the system from a lived experience perspective too. So we'll send you, Emily can write that down, we'll send you lots of options that for now, but we can help you guide you through that process. But I would really like to have a webinar topic on exactly that, Darlene. That's a great idea.
I don't know how to connect to any of that though, so
we're going to walk you through it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, what we won't do is just email you and say, here you go. We'll either come to you, we'll have you come to us, or we'll hop on a phone call with you and walk you through the process. And that's important.
Sure, in 3 years down the road, I'll still be with you and I'll be seasoned and be able to connect with everybody else.
Okay, well, you can be with us 30 years down the road if you would like, for however longer you want.
Happy New Year and a healthy New Year to everybody.
Yes,
Happy New
thank you
Year.
for saying that. And good health to everyone. I think of all the resolutions, being healthy, mentally, physically, both is super important. Yeah. Great ideas, Darlene. And we'll be sure to connect with you so we can set up some time to walk you through the process of connecting with other people.
I don't think anybody's going down to first night tonight. It's going to be like 2 to 4 inches of snow starting around midnight in Pittsburgh. So
yes.
Our big celebration in Pittsburgh, but I don't know if anybody's going to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a couple people. And then we have that game with Baltimore. There'll be people out there.
There'll be people.
And it's a late 8:20 game, 8:20 p.m. And there'll be a bunch of crazy people down there.
Yes.
Probably shirtless, too.
Well, go Steelers. Here
Yep.
Okay. I ended it with the ghost deal. For those of you who haven't called on yet, Darlene is also a Pittsburgh person. Y'all know I'm a Lions fan. I will not say anything about the game on the 21st, just whatever. Okay. But yeah, so we're talking about first night is an event down here in Pittsburgh. We're downtown Pittsburgh right now. It's already snowy and
It's cold.
I will not be
Very
going.
cold.
That's another reason I'm going to be at home with my dog. So I see Crystal has her hand up. Crystal, did you want to share?
Yeah, well, I had a question. I also wanted to let Darlene know. Definitely connect with Amputee Aid. They have a lot of resources and a lot of things that can help you through your journey. Also, I will put my full name or my name, first name and last name in the chat with my number. You can look me up on Facebook or text me if you would like.
Thanks, Crystal.
I'm still a new amputee myself, so, I don't have a lot of things that I can tell you because everybody's different, but I would love to connect with you and, be a support to you as well.
I don't know how to do that to connect. I don't know what to do to get, to connect to her. How do I do that?
Well,
on chat.
You can simply call. You can just do a regular old phone call, or we have Crystal's contact information, so we can schedule a time for the two of you to talk together, and then you can share contact information. If you have a Facebook account, yeah, we'll do that. We'll write that down. And then, but if you have social media, Crystal's very prevalent on social media. I mean, as a compliment, and you'd see her on social media too. So, but we can schedule time for the two of you to chat and share information. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you so much. I mean, I'm so happy that Dr. Hurwitz referred you, and he's just awesome.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Dr.
Hurwitz too.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you too, do you guys have like any like mental health therapists that specialize with amputees that you could bring on to the call to kind of guide newer amputees in the mental health part of it?
Crystal, you are reading our mind. Okay, so now tell me, what are the winning lottery numbers? Because that is actually on our schedule for February 2026. We are going to do Valentine's Love Yourself as our monthly theme, and we are going to have a therapist who specializes in folks with limb loss and limb difference. So yes, it will, and I would like that to be a recurring thing. I love our people at Calm Pittsburgh who provide therapy services to some of our clients and also present some of the time too. They talk about lifestyle, more global topics, right? Like they'll be doing one in February on intimacy and relationships for Valentine's month.
Oh, perfect.
Which is also good. Dating and all those other kinds of things. But what we noticed in some of the feedback we received is having therapy topics that are specific to folks with limb loss and limb difference is different. And would be helpful. So yes and yes, Crystal, we've got someone, and stay tuned because that is on our agenda already for February, okay?
Awesome.
So just a few weeks from now.
Much.
Thank you for saying that.
That was another thing I wanted to ask was about dating, relationships, and intimacy. But you've got it covered.
We got that one. We heard y'all loud and clear about Calm Pittsburgh. A lot of our last. If you didn't see our session with Calm Pittsburgh, we have two. You can see them on our YouTube channel. We had body image, and we had boundaries, mental health. And both wonderful therapists. Calm Pittsburgh donates a lot of their time and services to us, which is super cool. But there was a lot of questions around what we called the big R word, relationships and relations. I don't know if I can say SEX on YouTube without getting taken down. So just, what we're talking about, okay? So we're going to figure out a way to have that conversation intelligently, nicely, without getting taken off of TikTok or YouTube. But that is coming up too, okay? So I see, Cheryl, did you have a comment? Are you just still keeping your hand up for the conference? I see Cheryl's got her hand up again.
No, actually I put it up because I was going to say you can give my information to anybody that
Okay, wonderful.
needs somebody to talk to or wants to talk.
Okay, great. Thank you, Cheryl, for that. So we'll write that down too. Yes, go ahead, Darlene.
So how do we talk? See, I'm not very computer literate, but I don't know how you connect with anybody. How do you on Zoom? I do it through Zoom?
I think you could just do a regular old phone call, really. If you're not comfortable with Zoom or video, just traditional phone call would be just fine. I mean, I can't speak for Crystal or Cheryl, but knowing both of them, I think that they would probably be okay with that. What do you all think?
How do
yeah,
you do the
absolutely.
phone call? They'll just send me their number?
Yeah, we'll send you their
Well,
numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll either do that, Darlene, or Jennifer can schedule a Zoom call where me, you, and Cheryl can all meet and exchange information.
Yeah.
If you're more
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah, we can
comfortable
do
that way.
that.
But moving forward, yes, phone communication would definitely be the best way to go.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your
I'm
help.
okay with that also.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is just
Thank you.
such a great support group.
Thank you for saying that. Now, I wanted to look at some of the comments that we had posted because I saw, Lucho, in there that we had some other topic ideas. So let's take a look at that. And y'all keep thinking about topics so we can have a beautiful schedule for 2026. So I saw, let's see, okay. Yes. Oh, Van Gregory, thank you for pointing that out. For those of you who are social media literate, Dallas Amputee Network, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tons of resources. Check it out, even if you're not in the Dallas area, okay? Sharon, great topic idea from Sharon. How a lobbyist can help change public policy. I love that idea. And what I'm thinking about, Sharon, is if we could have someone from So Everybody Can Move, which is a movement through Amputee Coalition that talks specifically about lobbying for health insurance reform that's friendly for limb loss and limb difference folks. We have a movement here in Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania has not passed that law yet, dang it. And that is a goal that we have in 2026 as part of our Community Stronger Together movement, is to connect with So Everybody Can Move and the prosthetists here in the Pennsylvania area to push that law through. So lobbying and how lobbyists work for the community, great idea. We will definitely bring that onto the calendar. Connecting with other amputees in its area and same person. I've met several that have become friends. Great suggestion. Connect with folks in person too. Virtual is great, but in person can be helpful too. Kim, trauma counselor. Having a counselor talk specifically about trauma. Topic for future use. Virtual reality for phantom pain. Oh my gosh, Sharon's full of good ideas. So I will tell you, Sharon, you should also tell us what the winning lottery numbers are because we actually have that on the agenda for 2026 with our friends. Yes. So let me tell you about this because we are actually part of a study. Emily, I don't know if you know this yet. Oh, okay. So everybody's learning. We are connected with Carnegie Mellon University. As in the Carnegie, okay, from your American history class, okay, big, super wealthy person from way back in the 1800s. CMU has a technology research department, and there is Dr. Patrick Cunningham and Sonica, his research assistant, are working on a study about how amputees can use virtual reality in two ways. One, to deal with pain management. Okay, that's the first half. The other half is how to make virtual reality more entertaining and applicable to people with limb loss and limb difference. Because think about it, if you play video games or if you have young folks or old folks who play video games, how many times when you pick your avatar or your player, is that person an amputee? Or is that person a wheelchair user?
Nope.
Very rarely, if at all, right? Super insensitive to our community. So they're studying ways to make avatars that would mimic what someone with limb loss and limb difference would do, and that would make game playing more relevant, entertaining, and applicable for folks with limb loss and limb difference. Right down to remember the Wii back in the early 2000s when you could play with a white stick to do your sports? Well, if you're someone who has a prosthetic arm, your movement might look a little different, right? So anyway, we have partnered with CMU because we are applying for a grant through the federal government to make an amputee-friendly app that would be in part mental health, in part resource-based, in part social. And CMU is our partner because they do all the techie, designy, virtual reality stuff. So Sharon, watch for that. I believe we have them sometime in March, which is only because our grant is due in February and we need to focus on that. But we have that scheduled. So that is a great idea. And we do have that coming up for virtual reality, pain management, and how our community engages with virtual reality. Let's see. Do we have any other comments? Yeah, go ahead, Sharon. Yes.
Another thing with virtual reality to make sure that encompasses that as because I was at a conference for nursing and did virtual reality, right? Put the goggles on, and I have virtual reality glasses or goggles here at home.
Oh.
Is that all of a sudden I was like, oh, I better sit down because I might fall down when I'm in the virtual reality.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So not only what the avatars look like, but how you, as someone with limb loss or limb difference, might use virtual reality. What does that look like physically? Are you standing? Are you seated? Do you not need, I try not to use that word. Would you benefit from different accommodations or styles or use or equipment? So there's so much. I'm hopefully, if Dr. Cunningham and Sonica watch our recording, hopefully I've not completely botched their study, because they're very smart people and they can go on and on for an hour plus about their study and all the nuances of it. I just gave you the broad brush version of it. So stay tuned for that, okay? Ginny, is there a good site that anyone uses for chair yoga for amputees? Great question. So my answer is I don't know, but I would love to have a yoga session of Life Amplified.
Jennifer?
Any of you joining us know?
Jennifer?
Yes.
Jennifer?
Hi, Kim.
Yes, I attend. It's called Yoga for Amputees.
Great.
Google it online, and they have it once a week on Thursdays, but I think they're going to add an evening one too. But I also can tell you that there are other groups that do chair yoga, chair strengthening, chair Zumba, chair line dancing.
Yes. Kim.
Yeah, if you go to Disability Partnerships, I'll send it to you.
I was going to say,
I've got that whole list. It's on
could
that
you
list that I sent?
Could you send, and are you able to maybe paste that in the chat too, if Ginny's able to see the chat? It will connect. I'm sure lots of you know Kim. Kim is a staple and a major resource in the amputee community. And she also has done a session of Life Amplified, which has the most views. So look at that on YouTube, which is amazing. But she's got a ton of resources. And so she's always helpful with getting that information to us. Now, Kim, I have a question for you. The chair yoga that you attend, is it free or is there a cost for it?
It is free.
Ooh.
Now, there are programs that do cost, but I know where all the free ones are. So
yes.
I'll put my email in the chat. If you want to email me and say, can I have your list in the RE part of the email, I will just send you my attachment with all the websites listed that you can go to.
Geez, I feel like that should count as a giveaway on its own, because Kim's list she spends a lot of time creating it and she's giving it to you all for free. Yeah. So and that's amazing. And
so I will put my email in the chat. All you have to do is say, can I have the list in the heading line, and I'll send it to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Nice. Okay. You might see us doing that too, because I know I have your list, but I want the updated, newest, and greatest one. Okay, so we're probably going to send you the same email, Kim. That's amazing, and thank you for our folks who are joining us during our session. Hi to all of you. Welcome into our, hi Jen, welcome into our New Year's Eve party. Informal today, despite the formal outfits and our crowns, our Happy New Year's crowns. They're blue. Hopefully you can see them with our firework background. We're just talking today about our vision for 2026 and topics for Life Amplified that you would like to see, so that our sessions are educational and informational for you. If you haven't put in the chat, put in the chat where you're from so everyone else knows and we know how far we reach. We're located here in Pittsburgh. We serve people all over the country. So, and Crystal, Kim is a huge blessing for the amputee community. Spot on, absolutely, for that. Yes, my resolution is to have 1/10 of the intelligence and drive of Kim, and I'll be a much better executive director for it. That's amazing. And on that point, Ginny, about chair yoga, we do have 2 sessions scheduled for Life Amplified with Coach Jake at UFC Gym. Except this time, they're going to be here because the audio was really bad at the gym. I love UFC Gym, but we want you all to hear what we're doing. So we're going to do a winter in-house fitness session here with Coach Jake. And then in the springtime, we're going to do outdoor adaptive fitness with Coach Jake. If you missed the Coach Jake sessions, they are recorded and on YouTube. You might not be able to hear it all, but we included a lot of comments for the exercises. And if you want some eye candy, I'm just going to say, check out Coach Jake, okay? And he knows that I say that. He's not going to have a problem because I said that to him. He's committed, he's got kid and the whole shebang. But he's great to look at and to learn from, and very, very smart, and also donated his time to our organization. professional trainer. Usually you have to pay for that kind of services. And he's given back to us and donated not only last time, but 2 sessions coming up in 2026. And hi, Clarence. Thank you for joining us. Georgia. We love our Georgia people. Clarence, do they do a peach in Georgia? Do they do like the dropping of the peach for New Year's Eve? I feel like I read that somewhere. Maybe they do. I don't know. That might just be me assuming. Is that right, Clarence?
They used to. I think they still do.
Okay.
I rarely go downtown.
Yeah. Same.
I don't know.
We come down every day for work. So.
Yeah, that's enough. I don't need to see the dropping of the Heinz ketchup bottle. I'll watch it from my couch. But yeah, so good to meet you. Hello, Clarence. And then Jen from Louisiana.
Hello.
So hi.
And I saw Daryl. We were gonna eat. We forgot to email you that the show was gonna start. But
yes, we're glad
you were able to make it.
That you joined it. We got our Nebraska person too.
Ooh.
Hi, Christy. Okay, so let me hear if anyone else has got some ideas for topics, content, speakers that you would like to see on Life Amplified. You can come off of mute or you can put it in the chat. And related to that, I'm wondering if any of our folks, either on TikTok or on Zoom, would be willing to be a guest speaker, because that is part of our vision as well. Community Stronger Together means not just bringing folks who have lots of credentials. They're important. We love our Dr. Hurwitzes of the world, right? But we really want to bring in the voices of folks with lived experience to share their story. And you don't have to be a professional speaker. We'll help you. It doesn't have to be off the cuff like we do lots of the times. We can even prep and give you questions. Because what I have found is oftentimes you learn the most from folks who are similarly situated or folks who are just sharing their story, their personal story. You can learn a lot from each other. So I would love that. Van Gregory, thank you. Van Gregory's, again, staple of the community. And as I say, almost every time I see him, if he ran for president, I think he would win. But also has given us a ton of resources. Leslie Green's group, Balanced Amputee, tons of opportunities and her information so that you can connect with her. There's so much resources out there. And Darlene, our friend here in Pittsburgh, don't worry. We're going to get you connected with those. You don't have to be tech savvy because there are some amazing free resources out there. So, Jen, I saw you had your hand raised.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So I hope I'm answering this correctly. Please forgive me. I literally just got back from surgery.
Oh, gosh.
I literally just got put in my room.
Okay.
And it's my 3rd surgery in a week.
Oh, wow.
So if I sound a little goofy, I apologize to everybody.
That's okay.
But one of the things I would love to see is new innovations and technology moving forward.
I love that idea. Okay.
That's a really big thing for me.
Okay, thank you for sharing that, Jen. And also, I hope that your recovery is going to go well. 3 surgeries so close in time. It's got to be putting you through a lot right now.
Yeah, they're going to do another one on Sunday, but as long as I get out in time for the conference, I'm good. Okay.
Well, we'll be hoping for you. If you are at the conference, I would love to connect with you and buy you a breakfast or a drink or something. Sit next to you at the slot machines. But either way,
you have actually helped me. We have talked.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you, Jen, for saying that. I will always accept a compliment. But also, great idea. We do have in March, we are doing a second session of Prosthetics 101. If you all were here when we had Caroline and we sang Sweet Caroline to her, we had her here from Union Orthotics and Prosthetics. She did a kind of a basic 101 for different types of prosthetics. We're going to do a socket session, a full hour on the different types of sockets and what it means to get a test socket and what the heck takes so long and how you can do the different measurements and why certain people do hand measurements and other people do digital measurements. We also have, Jen, kind of related to this technology, we have actually the Wednesday of the conference, so we'll be hosting Life Amplified live from the conference. We have Michael from 3D Prosthetics, who's going to be our guest speaker. He and his company do 3D printing and of full prosthetic sockets. They also create all the cool, fancy covers. If you want to have a leg of Spider-Man or an arm of the Hulk, or if you're looking for a more affordable way of having a socket created and you already have measurements. So this would be not necessarily for newer amputees where you're going to see change in your limb, but someone who's maybe later in life as an amputee. There's so many options cost-wise and with things that Michael and his company can do. And they're going to be talking with us about the technology advances in creating prosthetics, both from the functional and the cosmetic side. And that will be the Wednesday of the conference. But what I would love to see related to Jen's point is to have some additional conversations about new microprocessors, new knees, like Tina's knee that she could take in the water for water aerobics. The latest and greatest Bluetooth-enabled hands that you can control with modest muscle movement in your arm. There's even some talk about Neuralink type of devices that you can control with your brain. So I would love to, we'll kind of roll that out into our 2026 schedule. Great ideas, Jen, and please healthy recovery and safe follow-up surgery coming up. And hopefully you'll be able to get out to the conference. If not, we'll make sure you go next year. Okay. Kim, great point. Medicare will now be covering some 3D printed prosthetics. Yes, and Michael's going to be talking about that in January. Gait training, Christy. Oh, wonderful idea. Yes. So we don't currently have on our schedule, but you better believe we will. We will have a physical therapist on to talk about gait training. We also have a yoga friend. Her name is Shannon, who works with Awaken Pittsburgh, who I think can talk about balance from the physical activity side. But yes, we're going to add that to our agenda for 2026. And Christy, if you are not watching Cozy Talks, please check out Cozy Talks. If you don't have the information, let me know and I'll send you the link. Cozy does Wednesdays on YouTube, 8:30, I think. Someone can correct me. I think it's 8:30 ET. And I was connected to Cozy through Dean, who often attends our webinars. And Cozy is a physical therapist and does a lot of conversations about gait training and walk and movement, and also has some books online that you can buy, which we could help you with. Great idea. So there's already an amazing research every single Wednesday on YouTube, totally free that you can watch. But we'll have someone live too. Lynn, lots of people are asking for you. Amputee coaching in general is super, super important. It's so helpful to have someone with lived experience who gets it, who can issue spot, and who can be with you on that journey. So think about that. I won't put you on the spot because I don't want to put you on the spot, but I love the idea of amputee coaching. Greg, topic on having fun as an amputee and being able to laugh about it and have fun. Yes, Greg, I love that idea. You know, we did a podcast about, having fun with your family. Carl and his daughter were our guests, one of his daughters, and they talked about, just being lighthearted some of the time. But I love this idea. And Greg, maybe you could be our guest speaker. Think about it. And actually, like I said, I won't put you on the spot either. I'm just going to plant this seed. I would love to do a podcast or a webinar all about Dallas Amputee Network and the amazing work that you do. So think about that. I would love to be able to do that with you. Tina, healthy lifestyle changes like nutrition, exercise, meditation, etc. Yes, claps and hearts for that. It's in line with our New Year's resolution that a lot of people have to be healthier, right? I think that that's a great idea. I wonder if we can, I know we can. I would love, tell me what you all think about this. If we do a session in 2026 with a nutritionist, I think having a nutritionist would be very, very helpful. Weight management, sodium management, lifestyle modifications, easy ways of monitoring your nutrition. You don't necessarily need all the apps and the rings and the buzzers and the things attached to your body, unless you want them. That's okay too. But having a nutrition session sounds like it'd be a great idea. Meditation, I love that idea. We have had some donors who are Reiki healers and meditation. So Awaken Pittsburgh, who I mentioned a moment ago, does meditation services here in the Pittsburgh area. Stephanie Romero is a meditation artist. And I would love to be able to do a session with her. She also has a podcast, which is on YouTube. So look up Awaken Pittsburgh and you'll see a lot of resources on meditation, but great ideas, Tina. I love that. Van Gregory, a session with caregivers and they talk about their support journey. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys. I knew this was going to be a good session. Great idea. Clarence, being able to deal with your caregiver or family member and dealing with an amputee and understanding one another. These sound like they would be great group-oriented, group-led conversations. If we could get folks who are willing to be a little bit vulnerable on the caregiving side and talk about their experience. But I think those are really great topics. Kim, nutritionist who understands that a majority of amputees are on a super tight budget. 100%. Yes. We want to make sure that information is relevant to you. We don't need a nutritionist saying, go spend $600
on organic food.
Yeah, $600 a week on healthy food. Okay. And what planet is that? I need the $50 a week budget version of that. And please don't let it be Taco Bell. But you know what? Taco Bell's okay some of the time too. Just saying. Could we bring family members on and their views on our journey? So Crystal, you all are saying the same thing. That's a great idea to have family members, caregivers, their insight. So to answer your question, Crystal and Van Gregory and Clarence, can we? Absolutely. Will we? Absolutely. When? Not sure yet. Okay, but we will.
Date is to be determined.
Date TBD, because we want to make sure that we've got folks who are willing to be vulnerable, but also educational. So I think that's a great idea. Daryl, maybe an endocrinologist and a dietitian for diabetics. Great point. So for our folks with limb loss or limb difference who are also dealing with co-occurring diabetes, nutrition, diet, and services are very unique. What we call in our field intersectionality, or intersecting needs and goals. We want to make sure we have someone who can provide that information that's relevant and helpful to you. Great idea. Advocating for more amputee-friendly parks. Yes, Sharon, we've got a great friend here. I'm blanking on the name right now. It's something like, it's called Mobility Mob. It just took me a minute. Mobility Mob is an advocacy group here in Pittsburgh, and really they advocate all over Pennsylvania. They've got a sister organization in Philadelphia, and they advocate for friendly parks, open spaces, theaters, sidewalks. They've got a big campaign going on right now and into 2026 with our new mayor here in Pittsburgh for sidewalk modifications. So I love that. I would love to have someone who can talk with us about advocating for parks, but also how we can get involved and things to look for when you're looking for a amputee-friendly park, open space. Where do you read online, right? Where do you go? But also, how do you complain in a way that makes sense and gets people's attention so that those issues are changed if they're not friendly? Disc golf courses that are shorter for those who cannot walk long distances. Great. Yes. You're a disc golf player. I've met people who either don't know at all what disc golf is or they love it. Anybody know what disc golf is? Anybody a disc golf player? I see some head shaking like, what the heck is that? Jamie, yes. Okay. It might be a Midwest thing. I'm not sure. Disc golf is super fun, but you got to walk. So having shorter places.
Everywhere in Indiana.
It is. Yes.
Pickleball.
Pickleball, yes, pickleball is a big thing here as well. Texans like their pickleball too, I see. At least Crystal does. So great ideas. And really, I think this touches on a broader topic, which is outdoor activities that are friendly for the community that we serve, right? I try not to say accommodations as if that makes you needy, because it's not. If there's a place that's not available and accessible to you, that's not your fault. That is their fault, right? So talking about those things, like how can we find places? Where do we look up the reviews on places to know that they're accessible to us? But also, what do we do when they're not? I think that's a great topic for a webinar. Wonderful.
That was one before, new hobbies. What new hobbies could you pick up that you didn't know that you even liked before, but something that you may find enjoyable now.
Yeah.
You know what the hell that means.
Yeah. Great idea. Oh, Daryl, did you mean to talk to us? Because we don't want to hear your conversation.
Yeah.
Well, maybe mute Daryl, just in case. Just in case he's got a private conversation going on there. So, as we are wrapping up, so you all, we've been talking so much, I didn't even realize what time it is. Sorry. And so we're coming up on the end of our hour. So thank you for spending all of this time with us, even though we said we're not quite sure. It's the last, it's a holiday. Maybe we'll spend the whole hour. Maybe we won't. It looks like we are.
We did.
And we've got some things that we want to kind of wrap up on, one of which is our drawing. And but keep the comments going. We save the chat, okay? So if you didn't get to talk about your topic for 2026 or what you're doing to celebrate the new year, put it in the chat. We'd love to know. If you need to connect with us, you can add that too. We'll reach out to you very quickly.
And also, even if we didn't voice your idea while the comments were coming in, I made sure to jot it down.
Yes, thank you, because we had a lot of great comments.
A lot of great
on
ideas.
There. And our TikTok folks will read the chat afterwards because we didn't look at you at all, but we love you, okay? Keep putting those chats in there, or your comments in the chat. We are going to wrap up before we say goodbye and Happy New Year and thank you for spending your 2025 with us. We have got two things that we want to wrap up on. One is a reminder about Miracles in Motion from Emily. And then the second is our drawing, and Lucho's going to help us with that. So, Emily, tell us about Miracles in Motion.
Okay, so Miracles in Motion, it's a social media campaign that we've been doing here at Amputee Aid. So anyone that likes or shares our post by tonight, so by 11:59 tonight, that enters you in for a drawing. And so there's no limit on the number of entries you can have. So go like and share our posts, and you'll be entered in for a drawing to win a fabulous prize.
Fabulous prize. If you're local to us, it's a Pittsburgh-based prize, but we're doing two. We're doing Pittsburgh-based, and then we're doing a national prize, okay? They're both valued at over $200. If you share our post 1,000 times, you'll have your name in the drawing 1,000 times, okay? So get out there and pepper it all. And that's really, and some of it is fundraising. We love to see people donating money to Amputee Aid so we can give it all to you. If you didn't know, 100%, every single penny, I guess now I would say nickel, unless you have pennies. A penny still, every single dollar, every piece of your donation, whether it's you or someone you know, goes back to the community. It does not go to our studio, does not come to me, does not go to Emily. I did not use it on my $5 dress. It all goes 100%. And that is because our founder has been fortunate enough to donate all of our overhead through his company. Okay, so every single cent raised goes to you all. And you can help spread the word and just get folks aware of Amputee Aid so we can serve even more people in 2026 and save even more money just by liking and sharing on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah,
okay?
The more you share, the more other people see our stuff, and then they can also become the algorithm.
Exactly.
The more people that will see our ads.
What post is it?
It's any post that says Miracles in Motion. So if you see, there's some videos on there, there's some taglines of Miracles in Motion, there's some kind of sunsetty pictures. Anything that says Miracles in Motion, go share it as many times as you can, and you'll get entered into our drawing.
Like and share. And remember, it's until 11:59. So
yes.
Clock's
ticking. Now, my dress is stuck. I'm worried. Before the sequins start falling off of this, because now my arm is stuck like this, let's do our drawing, okay? So Lucho has taken all the names of our folks who are attending live on Zoom. Last week, we gave away a lot of things, but then after Christmas, we got another gift certificate in, and it is from thriftbooks.com. So super affordable new books. They're not used books. If you are a reader, they're giving us a $50 gift certificate to use on their website. We love thriftbooks.com because they support nonprofits. They also donate a ton of books to folks who are justice impacted, so they're incarcerated, and to shelters for kiddos who are learning to read or who are looking for reading materials. So we love thriftbooks.com. They gave us a $50 gift certificate, and we're going to draw the name for our folks attending live on Zoom to see who gets that gift certificate. Okay, Emily's going to do the drum roll, please. Okay, who's our winner?
Ginny.
Ginny! Congratulations, Ginny! All right. So, Ginny, do me a favor. I'm not sure that I have your email. I might have your email address, but if you could put it in the chat for us, do you know how to do that? Or if someone's got Ginny's email, put it in the chat for us, and we'll email you your gift certificate. Okay, my dress is unstuck, but the sequins might be falling off. Maybe I won't take this to Vegas. Congratulations, Ginny!
Thank you. Maybe that's how I start the new year.
Yes.
Yeah. Reading some new books.
Winning.
There you go. Winning. Yes. So also go buy a lottery ticket.
New books.
Okay, and get some new books. Reading and winning. We love that. All right. So everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for having some fun with us today. We tried to keep it light. We want you to smile as you're ending out 2025 and starting 2026. Mostly, thank you for spending your time with us. A lot of you spend every Wednesday from 2 to 3 Eastern time listening and sharing your stories with us. It means so much to us, more than we can possibly convey to you. We hope it means a lot to you too, to see each other, to share information, to help us do a better job for the community, but also to help and support each other. We love all of the topics that you have given us. So we've got a lot of work to do, right, Emily, to fill out that 2026 schedule. Next week, we're going to be talking all about New Year's resolutions for amputees. The week after that, it's going to be 3D printing. We've got Calm Pittsburgh, Coach Jake. We've got CMU. We've got Union Orthotics and Prosthetics. We've got lots of guest speakers already on deck, and we will have even more guest speakers. Thanks to all of you for sharing your ideas today. If you have more ideas that you think about later, you know how to reach us, info@amputee-aid.com, or you can go to our website, amputee-aid.com. Click the little blue Get Help button, and it will take you to a contact page where you can reach out to us. If you're looking for help, you know we're always here to help you for a little bit of time or a long time. If you know someone who is, please have them connect with us too. Just as Ginny's saying, Happy New Year to all of you. Go out and celebrate the end of 2025 and the beginning of 2026. Together, everyone, in 2026, we'll do even more work, and we will help restore lives, reclaim hopes, and be a better community, stronger together. Take care, everyone. Happy New Year. See you next Wednesday. Bye. Love you all. Take care.